Are you the person dragging around a huge suitcase only to wear the same 3 outfits over and over again? I think we have all been there at some point and I've definitely been there, but after going on multiple solo trips over the past few years, I have learned my lesson. And flying carry-on only not only saves money, time and a bit of your sanity, but also it gives you so much freedom. So today I want to share with you everything that I pack when I am solo traveling through the world and doing that just with a carry-on. So first and foremost, what to use as a carry-on. I personally love using this backpack that opens up like a suitcase. It is soft, it is expandable, and it is just so easy to get around wherever you go. You don't have to struggle with any cobblestones or any other hindrances really that you might face when you're traveling around. For all of my solo trips, I have now used this backpack and it was always a very great experience. I can highly recommend using one of those if you're going somewhere that is a little bit more warmer, where the weather is more predictable, where you really don't need that much stuff, in contrast to when you're going maybe to Iceland or somewhere where the weather is very changeable or you're doing a lot of outdoor stuff. On those occasions, I would recommend using a suitcase because it still fits a little bit more. For my next trip, which I am doing in a few days, I will be flying up north to Edinburgh. I will take a suitcase because I will need more layers and more stuff. So that is what I'm working with today. So whether you decide to use a backpack or a rolling suitcase, what should you pack? To make packing light and to stay focused on the essentials, you should consider asking those questions. Firstly, where are you going? Are you going somewhere warm? Are you going somewhere cold? Are you going somewhere where you need special clothes? Secondly, what kind of trip are you taking? Are you taking a city trip? Are you taking a beach trip, a hiking trip? Ask yourself what you will be up to and what you want to do on your vacation. And then thirdly, ask yourself what the weather will be there like. Of course, it's highly recommended to first look up the weather forecast before you're going somewhere, or maybe even looking what other people are packing. So here's a list of everything I pack when I'm going on vacation. I like to focus on comfortable clothes, clothes that are practical, that all fit together and are very easy to take care of. So no ironing. I pack one top for every 2 days. I really think the reality is that most of us are wearing the same things over and over again because we have our favorites. We don't need a new top for every day. You could even go a little bit less, like taking one top for every 3 days and just do a little bit more washing. I would take at least one long sleeve top, maybe a linen shirt or something that you can also roll up for when it's a little bit cooler. It is a must to have at least one sweater with you, and most often that is something that I don't even have to pack because I'm already wearing it on my flight, and I really think it is an essential even if you're going somewhere a little bit more warm. I also take with me one denim jeans, which you can sub for a shorts for summer. That might seem little, but when I'm traveling I'm already wearing one, so I have 2 jeans, and then I'm also taking with me one long dressier pants that look a little bit more put together if I'm going somewhere a little bit nicer or to a museum or something like that. For summer you could switch this out for a nice skirt or just a nicer looking shorts. You can't go wrong with dresses. The amount of dresses you take with you really depends on if you like wearing dresses or not. I personally love wearing dresses, so in summer I go with more dresses and less shirts and less shorts. Also, I always take with me one pair of activewear. Maybe I will work out on vacation, potentially. Maybe you're up to taking a yoga class or something. Also, it's comfortable. If it's raining and I just want to stay inside, I can chill in my activewear. Of course, if you're going more for an active vacation, if you're hiking, biking, you might need more of that. One pair of socks for every day, and the same with underwear. And then also my sleepwear. Another very essential thing to have are flip-flops or any kind of sandals or house shoes that you can wear. For hostels, you really should have them. They're quite essential to go around, to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. Take a hat or a cap, a bathing suit, and maybe some nice looking sandals with you. For my trip, for the cooler days, I'm taking 2 pairs of tights with me to wear underneath my jeans, my waterproof hiking shoes, gloves, and a beanie. I know my room is a very big mess right now, but we are packing everything up now into my suitcase. And for that, I am using my packing cubes. So they are completely new, I just got those. So we have one for underwear, for shirts, jeans, jackets, and one for shoes, which is very handy because I need to bring my hiking shoes as well. For me, it is the first time using packing cubes, but I heard that it's supposed to be life-changing, which I can imagine. So let's try it and then see how it goes. So you can open them up on both sides to make more space, put in your stuff, and then you can compress it by closing the zipper again. And now, aside from clothes, here are my other essentials that I never travel without, that I also carry in my carry-on suitcase. Firstly, I take with me my trailer adapter, which is very handy because it has multiple slots where you can charge your electronics. I'm taking my headphone charger, my Kindle charger, my camera charger. If you're sleeping in hostels, remember to bring a lock. I carry copies of all of my important documents, which means passport, flight documents, any tickets that I want to have to make sure that I have them, as well as some emergency money. I also put in my second credit card. If someone ever steals my phone and my wallet, I would very much feel stranded. It will be bad. It will be very bad. Then very important are earplugs for sleeping. If you don't have earplugs for sleeping, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, if you're alone in your room, it's fine. But if you're sleeping with other people, you need earplugs. I mean, maybe you're a person that sleeps through everything, but most of us need earplugs. And then also an eye mask, which is essential. On every trip I take with me at least one microfiber towel, which you can roll up really, really small. And if you go to the beach, I would take a second one as well. If you're not already carrying as a personal item on your flight, you might need a day pack or a tote bag. Just something you take when you're going through the city. And that is already everything I put into my suitcase. Now, you might wonder, where are my toiletries? My toiletries I usually have in my smaller backpack to easily access them whenever I'm at the airport. So for packing itself, I just throw all the packing cubes into my suitcase wherever they fit, and then I'm already ready to go. Then moving on to toiletries. I have minimized my toiletries as much as I can. I put all of my toiletries in this translucent bag so I can easily see and access my products. I have my toothbrush, a toothpaste, some scrunchies, small hair ties and pins, my face cream, sunscreen, a small handy brush, my basic makeup, which consists out of a concealer, a lash curler, and then a small little brush to brush through the eyebrows. I'm also taking some shampoo and some body gel, which I fill into those squishy little bottles, which are so great to use. I used to have those hard ones, which I can not recommend. I've got mine from Amazon. I will link them down below. They are so handy, and really, I get a lot of my stuff from Amazon, to be honest. I always take with me a small piece of soap in case I want to wash something. You don't really have to take a piece of soap, you could also just use your body wash. And really you can take so much less clothes if you just wash it in between. You might need some feminine hygienic products and also some Band-Aid. Never needed it, but I would take it because maybe even someone else needs it. It's just nice to have. I'm not much of a person to take much medication because I'm always like, if I need it, I will buy it. And I also put in tissues. Coming to the personal item. As a personal item, I either carry a day pack or a tote bag. And that totally depends on if I'm carrying a backpack or a suitcase. Because when I'm carrying a backpack, I usually am not carrying another backpack at front because I don't want to do that. I did that once and it was kind of horrible, to be honest. So if I'm using my backpack as a carry-on, I'm usually just taking a tote bag. But now that I'm going somewhere a little bit more rainy and I am taking the suitcase, I am taking my backpack. But in my backpack, I'm usually carrying just water, some food or snacks, my sunglasses, a journal and pens, my phone charger, my camera, my Kindle for reading, a tripod, and my rain jacket. And you might wonder, where is your important stuff? For that, I am carrying a crossbody bag because I always want to have the most important thing close to me. I don't feel safe having my phone, my wallet, like behind me in a backpack, especially when I'm traveling alone. And in that, I usually carry my phone, money, my power bank, my headphones, my passport, a lip balm, which is so essential. And then also again, tissues, because you never really know. And then moving on to the last part of this video is what am I wearing on the day of travel. No matter really where I am traveling, I'm always wearing long, sturdy jeans or pants, a top, and then a hoodie on top. And for my shoes, I'm just wearing my favorite sneakers. And really that is also what I look like, what I wear when I'm out exploring the city, exploring places. Wearing a backpack and my crossbody bag, I've come to realize that that is a very good setup. I mean, as much as I would love to just run around with a crossbody bag, it just doesn't work for me because I always need water. I always need some kind of snack and for Edinburgh, the rain jacket. And then often, of course, you also buy stuff and you want to put it somewhere. Now looking at it, it doesn't look very good, but it's not a purpose to look good, honestly. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's very practical because I have my essentials here. I'm not traveling to look good. I'm traveling to see something, to explore the world. During the summer, I usually take a tote bag, which looks a little bit better. Wait, I didn't want to have a belt bag over my dresses, so I felt a little bit brave and I just put the belt bag into my tote bag. And then I just always hold it very close to me. For the travel day, for sure, I am having my belt bag in front of me because of my passport, and so I can access everything very easily. And when I'm actually traveling, let's see, maybe I again get very annoyed and then just put my belt bag into my backpack. So let me know, what do you use when you go through the city? Do you wear just a belt bag? Do you wear a backpack? So that is everything that I'm bringing with me on my next trip to Edinburgh. Remember that location, weather, and what you are doing on your trip very much determine what you need to pack. But I hope that this list gave you an idea of all the essentials that you might want to consider taking with you. Definitely let me know your travel essentials and then also where you are traveling next. That is also very important. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this video was helpful to you. And hopefully I see you again very, very soon.